Chosen one, if you're watching this, understand this is no coincidence. You've been guided here for a reason. What you're about to hear is a message meant only for a select few. The time has come to move forward. Not into an ending, but into a powerful transformation, one that will lead you into the next phase of your divine journey. Let's be clear, when we say, you will leave soon, we're not speaking of physical departure. We're referring to a spiritual shift, a divine transition. One that separates the past from the future and reveals your deeper purpose. Over time, you've experienced challenges that others may not fully comprehend. Perhaps you've faced rejection, ridicule, or skepticism. You may have been questioned by friends, misunderstood by family, or doubted even by yourself. Yet through it all, you stayed grounded. You remained faithful, consistent, and committed to the spiritual path that was set before you. And now, something significant is happening. This isn't happening to everyone. Scripture says, "Many are called, but few are chosen." You, chosen one, are part of the rare few who have endured and passed every test placed before you. You've shown that you can hold on to your faith even when the world turned its back. Now, you're being called to operate from a higher place, emotionally, spiritually, and energetically. Being chosen isn't about being better than others. It's about being prepared. It's about being willing to say yes to a journey that very few can complete. While others pursue ease or applause, you've pursued purpose. You've walked away from things that were not aligned. And you've done it even when it was uncomfortable. You may not have always known where the road would take you, but you trusted anyway. That's what separates the chosen one from the rest. Obedience. Faith. Patience. Endurance. And now, your preparation is complete. This moment marks the beginning of a new spiritual phase, one where old attachments fall away and clarity steps forward. The world may still look the same around you, but inside, you are being equipped for elevation. You are ready to leave behind distraction and ego, and step fully into alignment with divine will. Often, the path of a chosen one involves significant hardship. It's not because you're cursed or forgotten. It's because you are being refined. Think about it. The pressure, the pain, the rejection, they were all part of your spiritual preparation. Every sleepless night, every unanswered question, every battle you faced alone, was shaping you. You were being molded into someone who can carry the weight of a divine purpose. Some people look for signs from God in the sky, but the true signs are in the strength He gives you to keep going. And you did. That alone speaks volumes. So when you look back on your journey, do not see it as suffering. See it as sacred development. It all mattered. The word "leave" can sound final. But for the chosen one, it means something different. It means leaving behind what no longer serves you. It means shedding fear, doubt, comparison, and stepping into the fullness of your identity. You're transitioning from questioning to knowing. From hoping to trusting. From survival to leadership. This transition is not a loss, it is a gain. It is not an ending, it is the start of spiritual clarity, emotional maturity, and divine alignment. You will see your surroundings differently. You'll make decisions more intentionally. You'll find that things that used to distract or disturb you simply no longer affect you. That's the mark of transformation. Let's talk about something personal. It's very likely that people closest to you haven't understood your journey. They may have questioned your decisions, laughed at your convictions, or dismissed your dreams. In some cases, even your own family may have stood against you. That hurts. But again, it's not a punishment. It's a spiritual separation. The chosen ones often walk alone because they are set apart for a purpose that others can't yet see. Understand, their confusion or mockery does not reflect your worth. It reflects their limited view. You were never created to fit into the mold of normal. You were created to rise. Keep walking in grace. Let your journey speak louder than your defense. Time will reveal everything. One of the hardest things for any chosen one is waiting. Maybe you've been patient for years, trusting, praying, and staying faithful, even when nothing seemed to change. But hear this now, God's timing is not delayed. It's deliberate. The silence was not neglect, it was preparation. If you had received your calling too early, you may not have been ready. But now you are. That's why this message is reaching you today. You are spiritually aligned and ready for your next assignment. This transition isn't happening by force. It's happening by design. Now that your preparation is complete, you may begin to feel certain shifts. You may feel less emotionally attached to the things you once clung to. Begin losing interest in environments that used to excite you. Become more sensitive to people's energy. Feel a sense of urgency to walk in truth and purpose. All of this is part of your awakening. You are moving from an earthbound mindset to a divine frequency. This isn't about becoming better than others, it's about becoming fully yourself. The you that God saw before you were even born. And now that person is coming to the surface. Chosen one, you've made it this far because your soul is aligned with truth. You've heard the call. You've accepted the process. And now, your transformation is not just near, it has begun. This part of your journey will feel different. You're no longer just preparing, you're stepping into the role you were born for. Let's explore what that looks like. For many, the idea of transformation sounds mystical or even vague. But for the chosen one, transformation is practical, spiritual, and personal. It's the unfolding of your authentic identity, the one you've been shaped to carry into the world. It doesn't happen in an instant. It's not one single moment of enlightenment, it's a series of internal shifts that prepare you for a new level of responsibility and spiritual authority. Here's what it begins to feel like. You no longer need external validation. You feel less driven by ego and more by purpose. You're drawn to peace over popularity, truth over trends. You begin to see opportunities others miss, not because you're better, but because you're aligned. This is divine maturity. And it's only possible because you've endured the fire without losing your faith. As you move further into transformation, you'll notice an inner prompting to release what no longer belongs in your life. Letting go isn't punishment, it's pruning. God removes what's unnecessary so you can thrive in what's essential. What might you be called to release? Relationships that consistently pull you away from peace. Habits that quietly drain your energy and purpose. Mindsets that keep you stuck in scarcity or fear. Guilt or shame from past experiences. Letting go is hard, but remember, you're not losing, you're making room. God doesn't ask you to release something unless He's about to replace it with something better. The next level requires a lighter load. You can't soar while holding on to what was only meant for a previous season. One of the greatest realizations you'll have as a chosen one is this: your life isn't random, it's intentional. Every chapter, even the painful ones, has been building toward your assignment. Your divine assignment is the specific way you're meant to serve, impact, and illuminate others. It may not look like someone else's path. And that's okay. Some are called to lead. Others to create. Some are called to heal, to write, to build, or to guide. Your role may be spiritual, creative, financial, or entirely unique. Whatever your purpose, it will be deeply connected to three things. 1. Your pain, because healing from it made you strong. 2. Your passion, because it energizes your soul. 3. Your people, those who are waiting to be impacted by your obedience. You don't have to force your purpose. You only need to stay faithful. God will continue revealing more of your assignment as you take each step. Here's a reality many chosen ones face: being misunderstood. Not everyone will understand your decisions. Some may say you've changed. Others may question your boundaries or silence. You may even feel pressure to explain yourself. But know this: clarity is not required for everyone else, it's required for you. God didn't give your vision to them, He gave it to you. Your job isn't to convince others. Your job is to follow divine instruction. And the more you grow, the more you'll realize that you don't need approval to walk in alignment. Let your life speak for itself. In time, those who doubted you will witness the fruit of your obedience. At this stage, you may find yourself spending more time alone, not out of sadness, but necessity. The quiet isn't punishment. It's protection. God often separates before he elevates. That silence you feel, it's where wisdom forms. It's where vision is sharpened. Isolation doesn't mean rejection. It means you're being repositioned. You're being called into a space where the distractions fade and the inner voice becomes louder. It's in solitude that many chosen ones receive their clearest direction, deepest healing, and greatest strength. So don't rush out of the quiet. Use it. Steward it. Let it prepare you for the people, places, and responsibilities that await. Now that your platform, whatever form that takes, is expanding, your integrity will matter more than ever. Integrity isn't about perfection. It's about alignment. Do your actions match your values? Are your decisions rooted in purpose or pressure? Are you honest with yourself and others, even when it's difficult? As a chosen one, people will begin to look to you. Not just for what you say, but how you live. Your walk will matter as much as your words. And here's the truth, integrity will protect what your obedience built. You won't have to worry about sustaining your purpose if it's built on truth. So, how do you know that you're aligned with your calling? Here are some signs. You feel peace even when things aren't perfect. You're energized by your work, not just exhausted. You attract meaningful connections that support your growth. You notice divine timing more often, things just seem to work out. You no longer force things, they flow naturally. This doesn't mean life is always easy. But it does mean you're no longer swimming upstream. You're moving with the current of your purpose. You've made it this far because of one thing, faith. When nothing made sense, you trusted. When others gave up, you kept going. When silence surrounded you, you still believed. And that same faith will carry you through this next phase. But now, it will feel different. It won't be blind hope. It will be grounded confidence. A knowing, not just a wondering. Because now, you've seen what God can do. You've witnessed how obedience opens doors. And you've felt the strength that comes when you let go of control. Let that faith continue to fuel you. This transition may feel like a conclusion, but it's really a commissioning. You're being prepared to step into something bigger. Something deeper. Something only you can carry. Yes, the old chapter is closing. But the next one is even more significant. The world may not fully understand your role yet, but you will. And that's all that matters. You were never just meant to survive. You were meant to serve, lead, and illuminate. And now, you're ready. Chosen one, you've walked through the fire, endured the silence, and answered the call. Now, you're entering a phase few reach, the place where fulfillment begins. You are not only prepared, you are positioned. This final stretch of your journey is not about seeking anymore. It's about receiving, embodying, and becoming everything you were meant to be. Let's explore what happens next. At this stage, obedience becomes your compass. It's not about rules, it's about resonance. Your spirit recognizes what's aligned with your calling and what isn't. You begin making decisions with clarity. You start saying no to things that drain you and yes to the assignments that stretch you. Obedience here is not obligation, it's intuition. You're no longer guessing. You're being guided. And the more you follow the nudge, the more you'll witness what obedience really does. It opens doors no effort could unlock. It draws people into your life who are divinely sent. It protects you from distractions disguised as opportunities. Obedience becomes your superpower, not because it's easy, but because it's aligned. Early in your journey, you spent time searching, trying to find your purpose, your tribe, your voice. But now, you're shifting into a place where it's time to steward what you've been given. This means taking care of your gifts, managing your time with wisdom, nurturing your body, mind, and spirit, protecting your peace and creative space. You've prayed for platforms, purpose, and provision. Now God is saying, manage what I've given you well, and more will be added. This is the moment when preparation meets opportunity. This is where legacy begins. The world talks a lot about lifestyle, income, influence, aesthetics. But the chosen one shifts focus to legacy. You're no longer here to accumulate, you're here to impact. Legacy asks, what will my life mean after I'm gone? Who will be better because I said yes to my calling? What will my obedience create for future generations? This mindset shift is powerful. It removes the pressure to perform and replaces it with purpose. And from that place, your work becomes sacred, whether it's leading, teaching, building, parenting, healing, or mentoring. Your presence is now a vessel of impact. Not arrogance. Not ego. But divine confidence, a deep, steady knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you were called to do. This confidence comes from surviving storms that could have broken you, showing up when no one else saw the vision, trusting God when nothing made sense, staying faithful when shortcuts looked tempting. You've earned this steadiness. And you're no longer apologizing for it. When divine confidence rises, it looks like speaking clearly without shrinking, leading without needing validation, walking in rooms with peace, not to compete, but to complete. This is the posture of someone who knows who sent them, and why they're here. As you move forward, people will notice the shift in you. Your influence will begin to expand, quietly at first, then suddenly. More people may look to you for wisdom, inspiration, or guidance. Doors will open. Platforms may grow. Finances may multiply. This is all part of the assignment, but it is not the goal. The goal is always alignment with God's will. Influence is just a tool. And as you rise, staying grounded becomes essential. Here's how you do that. Stay rooted in prayer and stillness. Keep your circle tight and discerning. Remember who you were before the spotlight. Continue serving, even when you're celebrated. God will expand what you can carry, but He will never bless what you idolize. Keep Him at the center, and everything else will follow in harmony. As you evolve, you'll begin to recognize others walking the same path. These divine connections will feel instant, peaceful, and purposeful. You won't need to explain your journey to them, they get it. They've lived it too. Together, you'll build, sharpen, and support each other. These aren't transactional relationships. These are spiritual partnerships. And the more you align with other chosen ones, the more collective power is created to impact the world for good. So don't be afraid to reach out. Share your journey. And allow others to speak life into you as you do for them. This stage comes with blessings, but also responsibility. Now that you've crossed into your divine assignment, your daily choices will have deeper impact. Here's what you can expect. 1. Acceleration, you'll accomplish in months what once took years. 2. Clarity, confusion will lessen, and inner peace will deepen. 3. Discernment, you'll easily detect what aligns and what distracts. 4. Provision, financial, spiritual, and emotional support will begin to flow. 5. Opposition, yes, resistance may show up, but you'll be too grounded to fall. You are now being positioned not only to walk in purpose, but to live in it. Fully. Boldly. Unapologetically. Chosen one, you've waited, prepared, and endured. And now, the signal has been sent. Diamond with it. It's time. Diamond with it. You are ready. Diamond with it. Heaven is backing you. No more doubting your value. No more playing small. No more shrinking in rooms you were sent to shift. The world needs what you carry. The future is calling your name. And divine timing has opened the door. So what's next? Small blue diamond, keep listening. Small blue diamond, keep walking. Small blue diamond, keep trusting. You don't have to know every step. You only need to keep saying yes. Because God already decided, you are the one. If this message spoke to your heart, glowing star comment I am activated below to claim this season. Glowing star subscribe to this channel for weekly spiritual insights. Glowing star share this video with someone who needs to be reminded of their divine calling. Until next time, walk boldly, speak truth, and live like the chosen one you are.